But I think this one is a fun character. Not quite as big as the others, but again, we're trying to do scale with them so that they have some fun to them. But look at them out. Look at them out. Right? All my kids, when they get mad at me, that's exactly what they look like.
Everybody's working for the weekend. Okay, people, welcome back to another, early edition of the Fwoosh Weekly. As always, I'm Robo. Back in the olden times, the weekly used to be on Friday, but I just like Saturday so much more. I mean, it's just kind of a, hey, it's Saturday, let's do this. But there's a little thing this weekend called Hasbro PulseCon, and they didn't call Uncle Robo about his schedule and how it would affect that, so I have to work around them. Silliness. And if I did record the weekly on Friday, and then they do all the reveals Friday night, and the weekly goes up on Saturday, we'd just be in the comments talking about the reveals from that, or why didn't you talk about that? So we'll go ahead and do this today. Hasbro's not the center of the universe, there is plenty of other stuff to talk about, and then we'll do a Hasbro rundown Sunday or Monday or after the PulseCon. Last week we yet again talked about the Bandai Warhammer 40k Salamander and Imperial Fists Intercessor, bunch of words strung together. And I'd said that the pre-order window was closing that day on gamesworkshop.com. But you know what they say about windows? When a window closes, just grab a rock. You can go right through it. It's glass. Well, unless it's that safety glass. You know, it just kind of shatters, but you still can't get through. Either way, there is still a pre-order window open on the premium Bandai site. And they even posted some different pictures showing off just how striking the different color schemes here are. Pre-orders over there close October 12th, so if you're on the fence about spending $100 on a small but kick-ass suit of armor, you have a little time. Way better than the pressure of, I only have an hour to decide on this, what am I gonna do? We also chatted about the Mezco 1/12 Collective DC Sovereign Knight Batman Shadow Edition, but I'm showing you the pictures, and if you're interested, it's already too late, because it sold out Saturday. If you're still interested, you can jump on the wait list, and I hear that that sometimes comes through, so, I mean, there's that. I am hearing that the process was a little bit easier than what we've been seeing lately, but at the same time, it's always a stressful event on the Mezco site. Not as easy as, say, the PulseCon exclusives this week. We'll talk about that at the end of the show, though. Another thing Mezco related that did catch my eye is this picture of what seems to be production samples of the 1/12 Collective Popeye and Bluto set. I remember it just like it was yesterday, getting that first 1/12 Collective Popeye and thinking, oh man, what have they done? This is magical. I mean, Mezco did a fantastic job of blending realism and cartooniness, that animated style, together for a kick-ass action figure. That's the best way to describe Popeye. And it hasn't been quite a year since we pre-ordered this, but finally getting Bluto? He's large! Little Plunderling update, it seems they have received boxed production samples and are doing the final checks. So the whole process is just chugging right along here. Remember, they're still working on a way of getting these from the factory to wherever they're distributing from, so it may be a little bit longer, but we're one step closer to these little bastards getting on our shelves and causing mischief all over the toy room. I need more than a few of these to leave around the house. Man, they just fit into any setting. They fit anywhere. And then we get to the what has Todd McFarlane done this week portion of the show. Oh my god, it's every week. As soon as we rambled about the DC Multiverse last night on Earthwave last week, he posted a video showing off, prototypes of the figures and their accessories. Omega's promotional image was missing articulation, but we should know at this point that McFarlane's just going to shove their 22-point system into every figure they produce. For Wonder Woman, he says you get alternate heads depending on what version you get. Does this mean it's going to be a chase situation like Crow Robin, where it's only packed with either the Wonder Woman head or the Dr. Fate mask, and you have to search for either or? But he does show off the sword and sheath, so accessories. I had wondered if we were getting Noggin with the Batman from last night on Earth, and he does show that off too. He says that this is just a prototype, that the final piece will be more clear so you can see the head inside the lantern. And then yes, he confirms that Scarecrow is meant to ride on the back of the Build-A-Figure Bane for this wave, and Todd also promises that Bane will be bigger than Devastator. I like everything he said here. I mean, I don't know this storyline, but just looking at the characters, they're wacky, they're wild, they're right up McFarlane's alley. And even if you're not into the storyline, the artwork he showed for Bane seems to be close enough to a Bane you can fit into any display you want. I mean, you still have to buy the 4 figures to get that Bane, but... Oh, but he didn't stop there. At DC Fandom, he had shown off the bear sculpt for the Multiverse Drowned, and so, of course, a week later, he's going to show off a boxed, painted sample. And it looks great! It almost looks like a high-end statue, but then your brain goes, oh, that's a $20 action figure. Red Sun Superman does reuse that Wave 1 Superman body, but it's a little thing I know, but they painted the wrist balls the flesh color instead of the costume color, and I don't know why that stands out at me. It just looks so much better. Another lesson learned is the Damian Wayne Robin. We've heard them talking about their scale issues and what they're going to do to fix it, and Damian Wayne, in the package, proves that they're working on it. I mean, look how he doesn't fill up the package. There's gaps on both sides, so he's definitely shorter than Batman and Nightwing and Batgirl and some of the other action figures. Finally, Death Metal Batman looks appropriately... metal. Todd talks about putting it on the Bat Cycle, but he doesn't actually do it. What I worry about is the trench coat being a harder plastic, to where it kind of keeps him from looking natural on the bike. But at the same time, we've seen some soft, pliable material in other figures. I wonder if that's what we're using here. You'll also notice that the figures are now posed in the packages, which makes it way more dynamic and I guess ups the peg appeal. You see this in the store and you think, oh, that's pretty cool. But it looks like the posed packaging trend starts earlier with the Asbats wave, which has been seen at retail, so that should be right around the corner. But pre-orders for Drowned, Damian, Metal Batman, and Red Sun Superman go up in December and should ship in January. Limb Toys may have been way late with releasing their Ahab, which I reviewed earlier this week, and it's spectacular. Oh man, it's so good, so go check that out. But that doesn't mean they've just been sitting around playing video games. Oh no, they're still showing new stuff. This week they revealed the Bio-Evil RPD officer. I like that they went with just a random dude that you can put anywhere on your shelf if you need a police officer. And they also armed him to the teeth, so that's cool too. You could probably put this on some kind of post-apocalyptic display where he's fighting vampires or something. Maybe mummies or werewolves. That'd be cool. Either way, Limb Toys is soliciting 2 versions. There's the S version, which comes with a ton of stuff. Like I said with Ahab, it's almost too much stuff, but once you start going through it and you find what you like, and yeah, options are good. It comes with a typewriter so he can file his boring old police reports or something, and then a potted plant to spruce up the room, and, a lot of stuff. And then the A version is cut way back on the accessory front. Comes with a few weapons, a few accessories, that's it. This is for if you don't want the sheer amount of stuff that comes with the S version, but you like the figure. Plus it's cheaper too. Both are up for pre-order right now on KG Hobby and GN Toy, or Gaian Toy, however you say that. The A version is $75, the S version is $100, and it's scheduled to ship Q3 of 2021. It's no secret that the Triceraton Infantryman and Roadkill Rodneys were coming to NECA's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line. It was just a question of when. We figured soon after they popped up on the back of the packaging for the Granitor and Trag 2-pack, but not even a week later we get pretty promotional pictures. I hadn't thought about this, but this was the way to go, with it being 2 army builders. And honestly, the Roadkill Rodneys come with way more stuff than I was expecting. The regular head, the damaged head that fits a sigh into the top of it, piles of rubble so it looks like they're popping out through the ground. The dust trail acting as a stand on the bottom, and that's pretty brilliant too. I mean, I've seen these at shows before, but it's not until we get the pictures that I can sit down and look at every little bitty detail. At a show, you're rushed. You're looking, you're like, Roadkill Rodney, Triceraton, oh, there's some turtles. Oh, wait, hey, stop. But then the Triceraton Infantryman is no slouch in the weapon department either. Trag and Granitor are set to hit Target soon, and these shouldn't be too far behind. Last weekend, Kyoto posted a couple of teaser pictures for their amazing Yamaguchi Joker, and while it looks good, for some reason I'm not blown away, and I hate to throw that out there like, okay. I mean, I love Joker, and I dig the Revoltech line, especially since they've been re-engineering things to up the fun factor and decrease the frustration, but I just don't know. Basically, Joker is a dude in a suit and face paint. I guess I equate this line to super crazy dynamic poses and action on the shelf. Maybe I don't think that fits the Clown Prince of Crime, but at the same time, this hasn't been solicited yet. We haven't seen the full array of pretty promotional pictures or accessories, so maybe it'll win me over once we see closer pictures. Or maybe I'm just jokered out at this point. Oh man, that's weird to say. Even though Hasbro has PulseCon coming this weekend, that doesn't mean they've been sitting on their hands waiting for the show to start. Every year there is a Marvel Legends incentive figure that comes with Marvel Unlimited, and this year is no different. It's usually just repaint, reuse, nothing really big, and this year it's Miss Marvel in kind of a Spider-Man top. At first I thought it was from the Avengers game since she's featured heavy there, but it's actually from a comic book cover. And when it comes with this incentive figure with Marvel Unlimited, there's more than a couple of sides of the fence. That makes no sense whatsoever. You're either in the camp that gets Marvel Unlimited but doesn't care for this figure or the look and would prefer something else. You're not an Unlimited subscriber but you like the figure, or you're a completist, need the figure, and then have to pay the $100 for the subscription. Or you don't care either way. You don't need Unlimited, you don't need the figure, you can just go about with your life. Okay, that's 3 sides of a fence. That's better than I was thinking. Transformers though, man, the Astro Train just keeps a-rolling, doesn't it? This week Hasbro revealed some Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom figures, which is 2 seasons out as far as the show goes, but it seems to dip into Beast Wars. I say it like that because I have no attachment to Beast Wars whatsoever. I know Transformers characters, and I know the names of these, mostly from watching Jobby the Hong reviews, but I don't care for Beast Wars. There, I said it. I said it! I've heard lots and lots of love for Cheetor and Rat Trap over the years, though, and I can see why. I mean, they look like good figures, but when I search my feelings, there's no attachment. And Megatron will always be a gun to me, except when he's a tank sometimes, and so he's a tank to me sometimes. But when it comes to the T-Rex, I don't know this form, but I have to admit, damn good-looking T-Rex. But my Transformers love hinges on the first couple of seasons and the original movies, so when it comes to the winner of this wave, it has to be Cyclonus, the warrior, and his armada. And now we need some sweeps to go along with him. Hopefully that's soon. Yeah, I've seen the leaked pictures of Scourge and Hot Rod and Cup and, who was it, Warpath. Just so many Transformers are coming. Hasbro hath dubbed Mondays for the foreseeable future Mandalorian Mondays, and all was good in the universe. This week they revealed the credit collection, which is reissues of Mandalorian characters, but in the style of the end credit paintings. And they're also retro carding them just to give them a little bit more oomph. So repaints of figures we already have on nostalgia cards that hold no nostalgia older than a year ago. What, Hasbro? You think I'm just gonna buy anything that's branded Mandalorian? You just toss it out there and I just eat it up? Yeah, I pre-ordered these. 1, they're good figures for the most part, except for IG-11. And 2, I loved ththose paintings in the end credits, and I always thought, man, if they did figures in that, I would probably get them. And then, boom, here we are, a year later. At the same time, I realized not everyone is in as deep as I am with Star Wars, so if you don't need these, you can pass on by. But it is a good way if you miss the Heavy Mandalorian or Cara Dune, even though Target's making it a complete pain in the ass to get her. Like I said, I did pre-order as many of these as I could, but Hasbro did make it a scavenger hunt. They're all exclusives. The Mandalorian and Death Trooper are on Amazon, which is usually pretty easy, like IG-11 on GameStop. The Heavy Mandalorian went back to Best Buy, much like the exclusive they had a year ago, but even that wasn't really hard to get. The hard one seems to be Cara Dune at Target, and you know how Target goes. They put a pre-order up, and then it automatically, I mean, just like that, boop, sold out. What? But I got 80% of the wave. I'm just going to have to do some hunting on Cara Dune, because I do like the colors used here. And even on IG-11, which I think is a shit figure, it was a terrible IG-11 unit. The rust paint on it, it's just, I don't know. If nothing else, I can open it up and use it in the background of something, like a discarded IG unit that's in the back of the Jawa Sandcrawler or something. Yes, I'm justifying purchases. Leave me alone. To keep that Star Wars Mandalorian love going, just this morning, Bandai posted, well, they didn't post, somebody posted a magazine scan of the SH Figuarts Heavy Mandalorian. What we can see here, it looks like a good figure. I mean, it seems a little bit more accurate than the Black Series version, and then it's going to move. The articulation is probably going to be fantastic. It looks like it comes with some accessories like Flame Blast, Jet Blast, some But the colors just seem saturated and clean, much like the 2 Mandalorian figures we've gotten. Now maybe it's the scan itself making the colors look dark, but the yellow just seems like, oh, I just bought a tractor. It's all nice and clean. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Much like the Joker earlier, maybe I'll change my mind when they do release the solicitation with all the pretty pictures, and I'll look at it and go, oh, okay. Oh, I buy everything Star Wars. I might as well get this. And that's it. Oh, well, I can't say that, can I? That's not it for this week. This is it for this week so far. We have PulseCon later today and Saturday. Again, we'll come back and talk about that. If you're interested in taking a closer look at any of these pictures I've shown, or probably more since I just kind of... I'll be posting all of that on Friday. That's weird to say. At noon on the Foosh front page. And how about those PulseCon exclusives? I mean, that was kind of crazy. For premium members, they went up Wednesday, and the only thing that sold out in the first hour was the Heroes of Endor set for Star Wars, and then the Cobra Commander over on the G.I. Joe Classified Series side. Endor lasted 15 minutes, which we're trained to think, as far as exclusives go, that's an insane amount of time. And then Cobra Commander lasted 20-25 minutes. But the oddball thing is, the Marvel Legends Hellfire Club set, that lasted the rest of the day. Into the night. I mean, if you had missed out earlier, you just come back later and go, I'm on the fence about that. The 3-sided fence. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get it. And okay, click. Ah. I mean, when they first went up, I was clicking hard. I was like, Heroes of Endor, get in the cart. Credit card information. Oh, now I'll go back for the Hellfire Club. Cobra Commander's still in stock? Okay, I'll take it. And then 2 hours later, I'm sitting there. Okay, the Wampa, I can do with the Wampa without the blood. And ooh, vintage packaging. Sure, why not? It does seem that they put all the stock up on premium day though, because when it got into regular order day, the sold out Cobra Commander and the Heroes of Endor, and then by that time the Hellfire Club set went to pre-order status, while the rest of the stuff just stayed in stock. It had been in stock the whole 24 hours before. The pre-orders ship next March, but think about it. These are Hasbro convention exclusives. In the past, if you had missed that first couple of minutes, you're done. You're not getting it. So, on top of having a big old window in which to order these, there's also a pre-order window that's staying open until Sunday to get the rest of the stuff. That's crazy to me. It's insane. It's kind of flipping the whole exclusive thought process on its head. So you have to wait a little bit, but you're still getting the product. So good job, Hasbro. Now this is going up on YouTube Friday. This is also the first day of PulseCon, where they're going to be showing Marvel Legends and Star Wars. I will be on the Unparalleled Universe live stream tonight over on his channel, and we'll just be, you know, doing the usual. Talking about toys, making fun of each other, trying to make him see the fact that Donatello is the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. So if you're down for a live stream, hanging out in chat, just shooting the shit. Unparalleled Universe channel. But if you enjoyed this weekly, comment, like, subscribe. Ooh, much love to the plus. If you're interested in seeing videos early or just in a position to help out the channel, patreon.com. But wherever you may be watching this, I'll always catch you on the Fwoosh. Somebody mentioned in the comments this week about it being impossible this year to choose a best of figure, that we're gonna have to split it into categories because all these companies are just killing it with the sheer amount of releases, how good those releases are, and then killing the wallet always.